All right. That's good. Let's get started. Successful, moderately successful Monday. That's the theme. Moderately successful Monday. I can't think of another M besides successful for alliteration purposes. So how loud is that? That's okay. I did a sound check earlier and it was like ridiculously loud, so I'm trying to keep it real. So it's the end of my workday. Hey, what is Unix? How's it going? Good to see you again. It's about the end of my workday, and I've had a very long day today. It's been a heck of a Monday. Oh, how am I doing? I'm tired. I've been, for the past probably 2 or 3 weeks now, I've wrapped my days up with Guild Wars. I settle into bed and then fire up the old laptop, like a spare laptop I have, and play Guild Wars on a low to medium graphics. But amazingly, the PB50 can run this at medium high and not break much of a sweat. And amazingly, even more so, I'm able to stream like this. So at the top left, you can see the GPU is clocked out at 100%. CPU still has headroom, so I'm streaming at 720p and it's working good. So what I want to do here is kind of explore the Norn area for no other reason, but it's fun. Like, I don't really have an objective here. What I've been doing as an Asura, is I'm level 50 or something, and I'm ready to move on with my main quest. But the world of Guild Wars 2 is so cool. Like, it's massive. It is really, really big and diverse, and it's like a living world. There's always stuff going on, so it's fun to just explore. So I've just been cruising, and I'm going to explore the Norn starting area and make my way over to the Char starter area, because I haven't even explored the main city for the Chars. Oh, I have a waypoint for it. Interesting. But I'm gonna find out how I can make my way over to this part of the map just by cruising around, seeing what I can find. So let's go over here and kind of start exploring. Linux, or at least DXVK, is unironically the best way of playing Guild Wars 2 because native DX9. I think I'm using the DX11 beta, but to be honest with you, it actually doesn't run very good on Linux. It stutters pretty bad. It's I don't know what it depends on, but sometimes it's like the CPU bottoms out and then it starts stuttering and then it goes back to normal. I have another character that I got to level 40 something and I played a long time ago, like 2016 maybe, but I got him to level 40 something back then, and the problem was that it was single threaded or something like that, and there was some sort of workaround where you could get wine to allow it to run across all the cores, and I don't know if that's still an issue. If you think it stutters bad on Linux, it's even worse on Windows. Oh my god. Well, I guess in that case maybe it's not a Linux issue. Well, you're saying it's not a Linux issue, so I guess it's not. I've been encountering that a lot lately. I think that it's a Linux problem because I'm running it on Wine, but come to find out, Windows users have the same or worse issues. That keeps popping up. I'm OG Linux, so I always assume that Linux is the problem. And I'm tickled when I find out that it's not. Hey, Rice. How is it going? Oh, I missed a spot. Talking about Elden Ring. I'll play Elden Ring someday. Not today, though. Not even anytime soon, to be honest with you. What's back here? Oh, nothing. Am I getting attacked? Oh my god, I have 900 health here because it's a starter area. Doing alright, you just finished dinner? I didn't have dinner tonight. I don't think I'm going to have dinner, actually. I figure if you're not hungry, why eat? And I'm not hungry right now. It's been a long day. I've got a lot of work done. Alright. There's that. There's something over here too. There's a path that takes you into this area. You've never played, you're just assuming it's the latest game because it's the latest goodness? Oh yeah, I forgot about the vista up here. This is not Elden Ring. Not by a long shot. There are bosses though, so I guess maybe it's somewhat similar. There's jump puzzles. Does Elden Ring have jump puzzles? Ah. You make dinner for the family, so post-dinner is when you have free time. Oh, Water Watch does, huh? Water Watch sounds like a pretty fun game. Smelden Ring? Alright. Let's get back onto the warpath.
Armor enhanced.
Youngling Ring? Elder Ring?
Now this is a victory worth singing about. You, come here. Hey, you.
It's hard to believe how old this game is. Holds up really well. It's definitely an old school MMO though. I think that might keep a lot of people from getting into it. I like that these are kids, like children, and they're taller than I am, and I'm full grown. WoW is almost 20 years old. That's crazy. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. This game has a lot of really innovative things about it, even today. I really like that you don't necessarily, you choose your abilities, but you don't choose your attacks. The way that some games like WoW and stuff are, or even ESO, where you like build out your character. You still build out a character here, but it's different. Your main attacks are based on whatever weapon you have. So I have a rifle, and then I switch to aquatic gear, and now I have a totally different layout or loadout. Why would guilds go to war? I don't know. The story, the backstory of the game is, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not very compelling. I'm like not invested in it at all. But I will say that the voice acting in this game is incredible. It's really good. It's really diverse and professional. They didn't give it the Skyrim or Oblivion treatment where they hired like 4 voice actors and everybody you talk to is like the same person.
Fine, hide over there. I'll make sure you know the meaning of the word foul.
I'm not even sure where this goes. I don't know where we're going. There's a waypoint up there. Ah! God, I can't get out.
Fascinating discovery.
Indeed. The voice acting combined with the art. I know. This one thing this game has going for it is it has that Eastern style cuteness. I mean, I designed this character to be as cute as I could, while still being like a rifle wielding badass. I mean, she has a pistol and a shield now, but she also has tranquilizer darts. She has a flamethrower. She's really cool. I like her a lot. It's a South Korean game, yeah. Yeah, they did a great job. Where the hell, like, where did this take us? Oh, wow, it took us over here. Cool. Let's go earn a hero point. Why not? You think you've seen more South Korean movies than games? I don't think I've seen any South Korean movies. Or shows or anything. Like, I don't really watch shows, so I've never seen... What's that show that's really popular? Squidward or something? Look how far you can see. For a game this old, Squidward's an alright show. Look at the water down there. See the snow falling. You can't see NPCs though. Like there's people walking and stuff and you can't see them. You can see the fire over there though. The trees are kind of moving in a random sort of way. Make it feel real. It's a really good game. Put a lot of polish into it. The last MMO that I grinded a lot was ESO, and I talk about ESO all the time. And playing Guild Wars 2 is going to make it really hard to go back to ESO. This is more my style. Squid Game isn't the best you've seen. ESO's a game. What keeps you from getting into it? I think that the thing that really stands out about ESO to me... Oh wait, are we fighting? Yeah, forget these guys. Oh, did I miss it? No, come on. These are like world bosses. Oh wow, he's dead already? Okay. It's a little easier than I thought he was going to be. Did he just get on... Oh, come on, show us your mount. Look at that. Look at his wings. He's flying away. Look at that. This game is so cool, though. They have these vistas to show off the world. Getting used to the combat, it's odd. Yeah. ESO's combat is really strange. It's like, it's trying to be like Skyrim. I don't know. If you can get into it, it's not bad. Oh no, I didn't want to do it again. Should I try to? No. There's no way I could make that jump. Oh, look at him fly away. The dude down there. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, ESO runs very well on Linux. Oh, I'm dead. There's no way I'm going to live through this. I got to get out of here. Yeah, I got 2 characters to the max level. Kira GTK. I thought that said Krita GTK. Like, that can't possibly be a Linux reference. And plus, that's like blasphemy. Krita isn't GTK. It is weird that their name was GTK, though. But what kind of killed my interest in ESO was that the stories, like the quests, are just so like bombastic. It's always like something is going to end the world, and like, come on, we already have the Daedra trying to take over everything with these huge portals. We have the Three Kingdoms civil war going on. Each dungeon has its own, oh, this person or this monster is going to take over the world. And then each zone has a zone quest where somebody's trying to take over the world. Like it got really old. And it's a shame because the stories are all really well written, and maybe that's why it's so exhausting to play them all, because they're so intense. Like every one of them is just like really intense. I was really moved by the quest in the area called Rivenspire. There were vampires and zombies, and the narrative for the zone was really cool. But I feel like the narrative was so rich that the zone quest could be a game in and of itself. Like it's so overarching and so much going on that it's like it's doing the writers a disservice to say that this is just one inconsequential zone of the entire game to have a quest line like that. A lot of the delves are like that too. They have these like crazy quests, and it's just one person. It's just a shame. I'm glad that I played it though. I've played it out. I'm kind of, maybe I'll get back into it, but at this point I have multiple max level characters and I'm just kind of done with it. Oh, Rice is booting into Debian. I know somebody that's running Debian. Ice Drake nest here. I think I can go back there. I thought there was a way out of this zone. Is it under here maybe? Well, I mean, this is a way out of the zone, but yeah, I'll go over here and see. After I discover it. There's a quest up here where I turn in. Check out these quest lines. There's a quest up here where I turn into a snow leopard, and what I need to do is play with the cubs. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, defeat the shaman. Here, let's use our flamethrower.
You'll find all of us. Give up now. Save media. Nothing matters anymore, except Dragon.
Oh no, inventory management. I thought my inventory was in good shape too. I have a bunch of garbage in here. I have like a bunch of garbage in here. Ooh, that's a good find. Anyway. Rice, you looking to ban somebody? What Debian did you boot into? Stable or testing like me, or unstable? Look at this ridge though. Still testing. Oh, we want to ban Gentoo? I gotta go back to somebody and sell stuff. Drive the stampeding minotaurs from the forest. What Debian did you boot into? Gentoo. Oh. I mean, Gentoo and Debian have a lot in common. They both use sudo. They both have users. They both have package managers. Ah, here we go. This is where I'm going to turn into a snow leopard. I'm something of a Linux user. I use Kali Linux. You know, I kind of did a half-assed review of Kali Linux on stream one time. I think it was maybe in a VM or it was a short stream or something. But I didn't really dive as deep as I wish I had. It was kind of a cool distro. Look at the cubs.
Run with the swiftness of
Bless
snow.
me with the snow leopard's likeness. Yes. Snarl at the tunnel. A raccoon goes by. That looks more like a red panda. Oh no, that snow leopard's in danger. You just like kind of go over and talk to him. The last MMO that you got into was WoW Classic. I really wish that I had gotten into that snow leopard. I really wish that I had gotten into WoW, but I never did. I played it way later after like WoW Classic and stuff, so it had kind of run its course and people were playing it out of nostalgia rather than it being like a good game. And not that it's not a good game, but and I really liked it. I think that I would have been super into it when I was younger, when it was kind of first coming out. But I was playing EverQuest and EverQuest 2, and I thought that WoW was like really overrated, so I wasn't interested in playing it. And I mean, maybe it was overrated, but I feel like that my hubris did me a serious disservice, because it's a good game. Honestly, going back and playing it now just kind of felt lonely. Like, the zones are gigantic, and I can imagine back when it was popular, it's just like full of people doing all sorts of stuff. I'm like, damn, I really missed out. But oh well. I played EverQuest when it was popular, and I mean, that was awesome. EQ2 has far better tabs combats. I wanted to go back to EverQuest 2 because every time I play it, like I go back and play it, I'm like, dude, this game is outstanding. But right now I'm really into Guild Wars 2, so I'm gonna play this until I lose interest, and then maybe I'll look at EverQuest 2. I'm really happy I'm streaming this though. Oh, I don't know if I want to do another. Well, whatever. I'm happy I'm streaming this because I streamed Distro Delves last Saturday, so I missed last Friday's Twitch stream. And I'm thinking about doing another Distro Delves this Saturday, so I'll miss this Friday's Twitch stream. So I'll try to kind of catch up. I don't want to get out of the habit of streaming on Twitch, because I know that if that happens, it's really hard to get back into it, and I really love streaming. Very strange dialogue. Alright, so this didn't take us through, but we'll find another way. Okay. I didn't even uncover anything down there. So this is a dead end. This goes... No, actually, there are caves up there. There are caves back here I missed. Maybe there's a pathway through there. There's this cave, but this one doesn't really count because it just goes into the Grawl caves. You folks look like you have it covered. When will you start streaming on public access? You know, I've been interested in public access and ham radio and stuff lately. I think it might be kind of fun to do a video or something talking about how to get set up with like antennas, plug them into your Linux, because there are a lot of tools, a lot of apps that get your local radio stations and TV stations and stuff. Did you know EQ1 had a weird Mac client? It did. There was also EverQuest 1 on PlayStation, and it was a totally different world. I actually have a magazine that has all of the maps from EverQuest on PlayStation, and I've been wanting to make an OpenEG video about it. That would be super fun. Is the combat kind of loud for you guys? When I listened to the sound check, it seemed a little loud. I'm going to turn it down. Oh, it was a PlayStation 2 game. Right. It was that sounds like a Keith thing. I don't think Gardner cares about ham radio, but that sounds like Keith would be interested in ham radio. I like Keith. He's really fun. Oh, maybe up here? I don't think this is the way. This isn't taking me through the caves. That's how I feel sometimes. Rage at maximum. Why are we not using fire against these ice elements? Look, I killed them in one hit. I just came over and bam, they're all dead. Alright, this didn't take us where we needed to go. Alright, I think this area is explored enough. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, go check on my dumb dog after this. He's supposed to get his stitches out yesterday. He's supposed to get his stitches out tomorrow. And we looked at his paw, and unfortunately it looks like he chewed it up. I'm really hoping that it's not as bad as it looks. Because I figure, I mean, they removed his dew claws, so they had to like cut a parts of his body off and stitch it up. And you know, the stitching is to help the healing, so I'm guessing that if he really tore into it, that he'd be bleeding everywhere. So I just hope that maybe it's inflamed and it looks a lot worse than it actually is. I'm not even sure how we got to it. See, he wears a cone all the time, so I'm not really sure. We're just keeping him drugged up so that hopefully he's too tired or uninterested in his paws. He's 4 months old and he's 50 pounds, I think. He is absolutely giant. And he's a puppy. No, he's 5 months actually. He's not 4. He's 5 months and he's 50 pounds, I think. He's a 5-month-old German Shepherd mix with something. That mix could very well be Mastiff, especially with his weird dew claws. And he's almost as big as my white German Shepherd. She is 13, and he is 5 months old, and he's almost as big as she is. Granted, she's not the biggest German Shepherd in the world, but still. Garrus is a gigantic dog. I was thinking maybe we made a mistake. We should have named him Rex. Or Grunt. Because Garrus wasn't chonky. He was just good boy. Oh, look at these ice fishers. Look at this. They serve no purpose other than just like set dressing. That's so cool though. I like stuff like that. Ooh, a cave. Oh. Not the type of cave I was looking for. I guess while I'm here... It looks like the ambience is really quiet, but the combat's really loud. I was thinking of adding some compress... Oh, look at that GTK person's here. Hello, everybody. What the hell? The dragon's corruption is destroyed. Guess while I'm here, I might as well break a bunch of stuff. Compression, you say? Yeah, I've added compression to game audio in the past, and some frequencies slip through the compressor. And since like not every game is oh, I need to drop my inventory up. Not every game is mixed the same, so that it doesn't work. It ends up not working good. I have a compressor and a limiter on my voice though. Oops, I just smacked the microphone. My the voice compressor seems to work really good.
I pray to the spirits of the wild, but they rarely answer.
All right, bag of laurels. Toss those away. What do we got here? Just like junk. Oh, a better pistol, sure. It's like all this garbage that it doesn't let me sell. I'm not sure what to do with trophies. A limiter would be better for controlling peaks. Yep. Compressor is more for reducing dynamically. Yeah. Selling? Oh, I see. I can't even sell the garbage. I guess I'll just throw it away. Oh well.
Goodbye.
I don't want to spend too much time screwing around with my inventory here. Okay. Let's go get that waypoint over there. Hey Rice, you know what? I got some questions about my standalone audio recorder, and I'm going to ask them to you. So when I go to recording settings, I've got different format options. Let me see here. Yep. Okay, so I could do wave. Which one should I do? Wave 16, like wave 16-bit, or wave 24-bit. Now this is a standalone recorder, so it records straight from the microphone onto an SD card, so there's no computer or other interface involved. Is it wrong to assume that 24-bit is always better? Wave 24-bit, you have more fidelity. And that means that the files are going to be ginormous, right? Is the fidelity like audible, or is it just there's more data, but whether your ears can process it is I guess up to the listener. What is this? Corrupted ice? Somebody else can deal with that. Another cave. I won't bother you guys.
Oh, a new discovery.
A new discovery? Another hero point. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, so wave 24. So, okay, wave 24-bit or MP3 32 320K. So wave 24-bit versus MP3 320K. What is that 320K? Like the number is higher, but I don't know what it means exactly. Teach me. Teach me, master. It's more like you have a lower noise floor, so the difference is audible when you try to mix it. Okay. Oh dear, what have I walked into?
Rage
Oh
and
boy.
Magma.
Let's turn you guys into Moas.
How'd that feel? Excruciating?
Dude, the flamethrower is like OP here. $320K, that's the data rate for MP3. So is Wave still better? I mean, it might be obvious, but like I just want to confirm.
Armor and
Okay. Yeah, so I recorded a thing with MP3 because I wanted to see what that 320 sounded like. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was not good. It sounded like there was just artifacting or like weird compression. I don't know. But it wasn't good. So I won't record with MP3 anymore. So that you're saying the only time you'd use MP3 in this case is if you're recording something super, super long that's just going to be giant, won't fit on your SD card? I think that there's another zone up here. Another zone. There it is. Well, there's the waypoint, but I think the zone is right there. You only use MP3 when doing an interview because it might go like really long. Yeah. Okay. Good to know. This is such a friggin' weird quest. So this char here is raising these Dolyaks, and he wants wild ones. So what you're supposed to do is go over here and kill the mothers, and then put the calves in chains, and then bring them back to him. Very strange quest. Disa, or Disa Plateau. I've never been here. We're exploring, folks. Gemini McLeod. Whoa. Champion of the gods. Oh, what? Look at the bird thing. It's just hanging on his back. Oh, what the hell? A personnel carrier. So there's your random scripted event right there. Is this a char? Like, what is this? Char base? Village of Butcher's Block? Yeah, this is a char base. I don't really like the char very much. I mean, you think I would, with them being cats, or I'm not even sure what the hell they are. I really want to like them, but they're just not likable.
I need some help over here. I need some help over here.
Well, you're not getting help. Get out of here. The celebration of meat?
I need some help over here.
You're not getting help. Stop asking.
Wait to explore this place.
Just gonna follow this path. No idea where we're going. Oh dear, what was that? A sonic periscope? What the hell? Oh wow, it knocked me down. Oh, screw that thing. I'm definitely in char territory.
Hey, over here.
Huh. This is really cool. Bloodcliff Quarry. This char is just chilling.
The Legion calls.
Cables with all this like weird equipment. Boy, this is going to be a fun zone to explore. All right, let's take a look at the map. Mentor Harkon Blackblade? What the hell? What am I supposed to do with him? Wow, there's like 3 different quests going on. Oh, what the hell? It's a player. What are we doing? Why is he on my... Why does he show up on my map? I don't know what we're supposed to... Oh, I see. Oh, he just like kills them in one hit. You're recording lines for your game jam? That sounds cool. Hey, you know what I did this morning is I set up a demo 3D, like a demo 3D first-person shooter in Godot this morning. The asset store is pretty darn cool.
Energy level too low.
But I got one of the templates and loaded into it, and I was like really impressed with just how simple it is. So I think
Fascinating discovery.
I'm one of the things that keeps tripping me up about making a game with Godot, or anything, it's not a Godot thing, it's just like making a game, is the art assets. And I really want to have my own like art style. I don't want to use a bunch of canned assets and just throw EG in there, but it takes me a long time to make a piece of art. And if I hold myself back because I need art, then it's just never going to get done. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just build a generic platformer with stock assets and then slowly rewrite the assets to be what I want. That way I have the game and all of the logic and everything that like makes the game, and then I can just replace the art with the art and art style that I want later on. You're not using, I don't think so. I'm using a pretty well-known, I've started using a pretty well-known, sort of like how Rust is. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it is very similar to how, I hadn't considered, I'm not using Rust as an example or an inspiration, but yeah, that's kind of how Rust got going, huh? I think Rust got started as just like a default Unity first-person shooter using like a ton of assets from the asset store, and then they just kept replacing assets with stuff that they made until it became a completely different game. They've been pretty successful with it. I gotta look and see what your asset is. How funny would that be if that was yours? Do you have a first-person shooter demo up there? Black Blade Lake. Sanctum Way. It's not a demo, but a template scene? I think I might have a demo. Not 100% sure, though. What even is this? Bulliac Arsenal. Ah. Sawmill. Man, this is very different. Where are all the lion guards? The other places, like the other zones, had lots of lion guard outposts, but there's no lion guards out here. These are all like chars. I can't really tell if chars are like villains or if they're just like chaotic neutral. It's called simple first person. I'm gonna check. That sounds familiar. I either saw it or that's what I'm using. I should try different things, like see if I could emulate Lucio's wall riding or like a wall running mechanic. See what's on the other end of this lake. There's driftwood. You're planning to rewrite some of the code for when 4.0 enters beta? GD script is pretty cool. I'm not really... Why would you use C# over GD script? Besides just preference, which is a totally valid reason to want to use C#, but takes a lot more code to do the exact same thing. I mean, I guess people like that, but I prefer to write as little code as possible. I looked at the visual code, and it's really strange. I don't really get how it works. I wish I did, though. Maybe I'll go back and try to screw around. I've heard other people say that the visual script is really bad, just like really difficult to understand and follow. So maybe it's a futile effort for me to try to get into it. I'll just stick with GD script, which I already know. What is this? Is this a... What is this, though? Flame Temple Tombs? Interesting. There's even rust bindings? What? Oh my. Travel? Oh, the gate is locked? Okay. Rust seems pretty popular, huh? I've looked into it. It's not my style. Same thing with Go. I was really into Go, and I looked into it, and I think I even... Did I write a Discord bot in Go? This sounds like something I did. Something I would do. But there's just some things about it I just can't get into. Is that a boat? I'm not sure why. Oh my god, they're fishing. I'll leave them be. Pupil of the owl. I wonder what'll happen to Unity. I mean, Unity will always be king. It's a free editor, and I know that Godot is free too, but Unity has a company. I think that the company behind Unity is publicly traded, and it's really healthy. So that alone means that they have marketing to keep themselves relevant. So I don't think. I think Godot competes more directly with Game Maker. I've played around with Unity. I've never even made a game in Unity. I've just kind of played around with the editor and stuff, and it feels like Godot, or maybe Godot feels like it's trying to be Unity. But I think that Godot competes more with Game Maker. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Rice. I think Unity is trying to get into the same spaces. It basically, yeah, what you said is spot on. Why am I fighting Chars here? It's getting loud again. There's no midway. Either you guys hear the ambience and the combat is too loud, or you don't hear the ambience and the combat's just right. Look at this area. What the hell? Like, what is happening here? I'm starting to think maybe coming back here is not the best plan. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You've been playing for 1 hour. Has it been 1 hour already? Dang. Very fun game. Item booster, armor booster, strength booster. Yeah, let's do item. That's probably what everybody does.
Good use for this.
Found something.
Accelerating.
What's back here? Not a damn thing. Drat. That's really cool looking, though. Wait, is this a jump puzzle? It kind of looks like you could jump up there. Why can't engines do what Vulkan does and just preload? Oh, hi, Beach Bear. How's it going? Font of Rand portal? What the hell is that? And there's a vista up there. It's gonna be hard to get to. Beached Bear, that's right. Oh, this isn't hard to get to. It's not even a jump puzzle. I guess it's a try not to die puzzle. What the hell is that? Oh dear, the world just faded away. Oh, she looks really weird. Like her eyes are glitched. Every time I say Vista, it makes you think of Windows Vista. I like the Windows Vista aesthetic. Oh, nice. Wait, what's that for? Oh, liquid karma. Sure. Could you not? Oh, an elite shaman? I bet I could take you. Man, he is strong. Oh dear, I'm gonna die.
Armor enhanced.
Oh no, I'm done for. Run away like a little scaredy cat. Whee! Oh dear. I don't have any more heals. I can do this actually. There, that worked. I have an ability that turns me into a tornado, I guess. I also have an ability that summons a golem that I can climb into. Maybe I should use that. Summon power suit. Windows Vista was beautiful, easily the best looking Windows, but the drivers were so bad. That's the legacy of Windows 9, Windows 9X, and Windows XP and friends. They didn't really figure out the whole driver thing until way later on, huh? Windows feels like a foreign OS to me anymore. I try to avoid it because I just don't know much about it. There's somebody, sometimes I see comments on the Windows 10 video I did a long time ago about why I don't use it anymore. People are like, you should do this for Windows 11. And I'm like, I don't use Windows 11, so what would I say? This is why I don't use Windows 11. I mean, to be honest, I like Windows 11 more than Windows 10, so I don't know. I'm really mixed about EG videos. Like, I forgot how to make them. I kind of have an itch to make programming videos a little bit, but I don't want to spend the time to do it. It's like time out of my day, and it's a lot of time too. It's time to plan it, figure everything out. With coding videos, I write everything beforehand because I'm really bad at coding on the fly. So I have to code a solution and then basically recode it on the video and edit it so that it looks like I know what I'm doing. It's a lot of work, and I just don't want to. I'm gonna fight this grub. This grub right here, done for. The grub blew fire at me. Why is this grub almost dead? What the hell? Guess I'll finish it off. You hated it after that for so bad that you hosed your Windows drive and never reinstalled. I've talked about. She just killed the rat. The rat was just chilling there, and she fired one more round and killed it. Wasn't very nice at all. I stopped using, or I began to switch away from Windows after I updated my hardware, and it voided my my Windows key. That was Windows 7, I think. But that's where I caught the whole I pay for my software and I should own my software bug. And in the mid 2000s, I think that's where a lot of companies were shifting away from that model to a more subscription model, or like you pay for a license but we still own the software model. And I just don't. That's not for me. It's a shame because like the customer, the user just loses in every way. You would think that if the producer of the software maintained all of their rights and just allowed you to license the software, that maybe the quality would improve because they're not selling software, they're licensing it, and somehow that yields better quality. I don't know, but if anything, it's been backwards. I think that Windows 10 is more robust in some ways, but in a lot of ways it's just a huge step backwards from the user's perspective. Windows 11, I noticed in Windows 11 that on the bottom left where the start menu used to be, they moved the start menu to the middle, and that's cool. Like I dig it. I think it looks all right. But they put that stupid weather news widget on the bottom left, and it gives you notifications on current events and stuff. Like, what the hell who asked for this? Like, spoiler, nobody asked for it, but it's a convenient way for them to push their views and just everything on their users. It's disgusting, to be honest with you. I'm like appalled by it. But that's the direction that software is going with the license model. And that's why free software is the way. This kind of stuff couldn't happen with free software. Like, you have GitLab. GitLab is enterprise software, but it's free and open source. Where I work, we host our own GitLab instance, so we're not paying them, but we're leeching off of their software. But they have a business model that allows for that. And if GitLab tried to do something crazy and added like a bunch of, I don't know, advertisements or tracking into their software, the community could just fork it and make a new version of GitLab without the bullshit. But with Windows users, you guys are just stuck with whatever Microsoft wants to do. Wow, this area is really cool. I'll stick with my Debian, thank you very much. I trust a group of geeks and nerds over a faceless company that most certainly does not have my best interests at heart. And it's not like the Debian people do either, but my operating system is my operating system. Nobody else's. Oh my gosh, there's a sunken city too under here? Wow. This is way too cool. I like this game a lot. I missed something over here. I think I'm gonna fill out this area. Reach the finish line, level 80? One kind of bummer thing about Guild Wars is that you don't get or unlock a lot of stuff until you get to level 80. And level 80 it's a long journey from level 1 to 80. You don't even get a mount until you're level 80. On ESO, I think you get a mount at level 10 or 20. Something like that. Windows 11 is super gross. It requires an OS that costs money and requires an account. The thing that gets me is it costs money, it requires an account, and on top of all of this, they're sitting there and collecting basically everything that you do on your operating system. I read a really interesting article about... Oh, I'm probably gonna die. Oh, what? I lost this ability. I don't have an ability here? That's just empty if you're using the power suit? That's weird. So I read that there was a study done on audio conferencing. I'm not going to be able to cite any sources. I don't remember where this came from. I just read it recently. But the most audio software, when you mute it, like Google Hangout Google Meet, I think is what they used. They used Zoom and they used Microsoft Teams. When you mute it, it doesn't actually mute the feed. So they're still collecting your voice information. It's just not transmitting. And this group that did this study, they were able to create some sort of AI patterns to analyze the voice data and to have like a rudimentary understanding of what the users are talking about from their muted data. I don't know how they got the muted data, so I don't have any sources, but one of the conclusions that they came to was that if companies like Microsoft and Google, which have a tremendous amount of resources and AI algorithms to analyze all sorts of things, if they're sitting there collecting your data, then that's a lot of personal information that they can sit there and harvest. And the issue that I have with Microsoft, you have your operating system, you have all of your personal data on there, and there's a company behind it all that has free reign to all of your files and is collecting your voice data and stuff. Like, man, that's a lot of information you're giving them for free after paying for your operating system and having to log in, create an account with their services. Like, that's a frightening amount of information that they have on you. Everybody talked about Google and how Google has all this information, but Microsoft has literal physical access to your machine. But I guess Microsoft is more of a good guy now. I'm not saying that Microsoft is bad or the devil or anything. I think it's just something to consider. And as a power user, I consider that, and I consider not using their operating system. And I do not. I use VS Code. I love VS Code. It's technically a Microsoft product. I use it every single day. Now, to be fair, as far as VS Code's concerned, there's just nothing that competes with the power of it. And it's an open source program, so it's one of those things. If Microsoft was doing something shady with it, the community can and has forked it. I think there's two major forks. There's the actual OSS version, and then there's VS Codium, which is even more somehow open source. Oh dear, I just fell into a gated area. Hello. What's back here? Hold on. I'm going to have to blow that gate to get out of here. This is not good. Uh-oh. Oh, the gate's open. Oh, no, it's gone. Microsoft has Game Pass. Microsoft makes really good games. It's just a shame that the Windows team is so... The Windows and Bing teams are so just evil. Like, I don't know what else to call it.
Rage at maximum.
I was appalled when I saw a news topic pop up on a computer that I was using that had Windows 11, And it was like, hey, this current event is happening. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And it's MSNBC, of course. The weirdest thing Microsoft ever did was Mono and how it started open source. Yeah, that was interesting. You know, I was a .NET developer when .NET Core came out. You've heard that Microsoft has a better game dev team than a software dev team. I was a .NET developer when .NET Core came out, and we were working on a project where we were converting from Windows to Linux and moving our application from vSphere and on-premises to AWS and the cloud, basically, so it needed to become distributed. And .NET didn't run on Windows or on Linux, so we had to use Mono, and Mono was really, really rough. We had a lot of issues running our application with Mono. So converting it to .NET Core was like a big friggin' deal. And amazingly, it worked. You could actually develop you could develop a Linux application or an application that will run on Linux on Windows and then turn around and deploy it. This was before, like, we hadn't adopted containers at that point, so it was just like from Windows to Linux, and it worked all .NET Core. It was amazing. Now it's just kind of like but at the time it was a pretty big deal. All right, I have reached the Char City. Look at this. It's so friggin' weird. Like, what is it? I don't even know. Now that I'm here, I probably won't come back. All the NPCs are popping in. Look down at the place I just was. All right, everybody. I think this is probably a good place to wrap it up. We've been streaming for about an hour. I need to go check on the dog. I'm going to fast travel where my quest is. I mean, technically you could start it here too, but I want to start it over here. Well, right on. This was nice, folks. I'm glad that I did this, and I'm glad that you all came around and hung out. Probably going to do Distro Delves this Saturday over on the YouTubes. I think what I'm going to do with... Oh, wow. I think what I'm going to do with this upcoming Distro Delve is I'm going to pick a distro, and I haven't picked one yet, but I need to pick a distro, and I'm going to install it and a desktop in AWS on an EC2. And I'm going to try to remote into it and use it like a workstation running in Amazon. Honestly, it sounds easy enough. It's just a matter of setting up VNC and getting a desktop configured. But, I mean, running a desktop machine in AWS, that sounds really cool. So that's what we're going to do. All right, I think that's it. What is Unix? Thanks for the stream. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. See you later.